ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण शास्त्रोक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थं साधक भक्त सेवकानां शिष्याणां धर्म प्रचारकाणां विघ्न निवारण समस्त शक्तीनां अवाप्त्यर्थं भागवत महापुराणस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादश स्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। पारायणं टुडे 19th chapter, the continuation of Yayati Raja's charitra, how he understands, realizes that by fulfilling desires will not end, only by growing out of them they end. Thus he gives kingdom to the Puru along with the youth age, takes up old age, goes for his tapasya. Let us chant then. अथ नवमस्कन्धः अथ एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच स इत्थम् आचरन् कामान् स्त्रैणोपह्नवमात्मनः बुद्ध्वा प्रियायै निर्विण्णः गाथामेतामगायत। शृणु भार्गव्यमूं गाथां मद्विधा चरितां भुवि धीरा यस्यानुशोचन्ति वने ग्रामनिवासिनः। बस्त एको वने कश्चित् विचिन्वन् प्रियमात्मनः ददर्श कूपे पतिताम स्वकर्मवशगानुजाम तस्या उद्धरणोपायं बस्तः कामी विचिन्तयन् व्यधत्त तीर्थमुद्धृत्य विषाणाग्रेण रोधसे सोत्तीर्य कूपात् शुश्रोणि तमेव चकमे किल तया वृतं समुद्वीक्ष्य बह्व्योजाः कान्तकामिनीः। पीवानं श्मश्रुलं प्रेष्ठं मीढ्वांसं यावकोविदं स एकोजवृषस्तासां बह्वीनां रतिवर्धनः रेमे कामग्रहग्रस्तः आत्मानं नावबुध्यता तमेव प्रेष्ठतमया रममाणमजान्यया विलोक्य कूपसंविघ्ना नामृष्यद्भस्तकर्म तत् तं दुर्हृदं सुहृद्रूपं कामिनं क्षणसौहृदम् इन्द्रियाराममुत्सृज्य स्वामिनं दुःखिताययौ सोऽपि चानुगतः स्त्रैणः कृपणस्तां प्रसादितुं कुर्वन्निडबिडाकारं नाशक्नोत्पथि सन्धितुं तस्यास्तत्र द्विजः कश्चित् अजास्वाम्यच्छिनदृशा लम्बन्तं वृषणं भूयः सन्दधेऽर्थाय योगवितो सम्बद्धवृषणः सोऽपि ह्यजया कूपलब्धया कालं बहुतिथं भद्रे कामैर्नाद्यापि तुष्यते तथाहं कृपणः शुभ्रो भवत्याः प्रेमयन्त्रितः आत्मानं नाभिजानामि मोहितस्तव मायया यत्पृथिव्यां व्रीहियवं हिरण्यं पशवः स्त्रियः न दुह्यन्ति मनः प्रीतिं पुंसः कामः तस्य ते न जातु कामः कामानाम् उपभोगेन शाम्यति हविषा कृष्णवर्त्मेव भूय एवाभिवर्धते यदा न कुरुते भावं सर्वभूतेष्वमङ्गलं समदृष्टेस्तदा पुंसः सर्वाः सुखमया दिशः या दुस्त्यजा दुर्मतिभिः जीर्यतो या न जीर्यते तां तृष्णां दुःखनिवहां शर्म कामोद्धृतं त्यजेत् मात्रा स्वस्रा दुहित्रा वा नाविविक्तासनो भवेत् बलवान् इन्द्रियग्रामः विद्वांसमपि कर्षति पूर्णं वर्षसहस्रं मे विषयान् सेवतो सकृतो तथापि चानुसवनं तृष्णा तेषूपजायते तस्मादेताम् अहं त्यक्त्वा ब्रह्मण्याधाय मानसं निर्द्वन्द्वो निरहङ्कारः चरिष्यामि मृगैः सह दृष्टं श्रुतम् असद्बुद्ध्वा नानुध्यायेन्न संविशेत् संसृतिं चात्मनाशं च तत्र विद्वान् स आत्मदृको इत्युक्त्वा नाहुषो जायां तदीयं पूरवे वयः दत्त्वा स्वां जरसं तस्मात् आददे विगतस्पृहः दिशि दक्षिणपूर्वस्यां द्रुह्यं दक्षिणतो यदुं प्रतीच्यां तुर्वसुं चक्रे उदीच्याम् अनुमीश्वरम् भूमण्डलस्य सर्वस्य पूर्वम् अर्हत्तमं विशाम् अविशिच्याग्रजांस्तस्य वशे स्थाप्य वनं ययौ आसेवितं वर्षपूगान् षड्वर्गं विषयेषु सः क्षणेन मुमुचे नीडं जातवक्ष इव द्विजः स तत्र निर्मुक्तसमस्तसङ्गः आत्मानुभूत्या विदुतत्रिलिङ्गः परे मले ब्रह्मणि वासुदेवे लेभे गतिं भागवतीं प्रतीतः श्रुत्वा गाथां देवयानी मेने प्रस्तोभमात्मनः स्त्रीपुंसोः स्नेहवैक्लव्यात् परिहासमिवेरितं सा सन्निवासं सुहृदां प्रपायामिव गच्छतां विज्ञायेश्वरतन्त्राणां मायाविरचितं प्रभोः सर्वत्र सङ्गमुत्सृज्य स्वप्नोपम्येन भार्गवी कृष्णे मनः समावेश्य व्यधुनोत् लिङ्गमात्मनः नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते वासुदेवाय वेधसे सर्वभूताधिवासाय शान्ताय बृहते नमः। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। One of the most importantly to be remembered chapter is this 19th of 9th skandha. Raja Yayati, 2 times he enjoyed all the youthhood, all the kamana and bhoga. Then one day he calls his wife Devayani through a story of a bastaha, means that goat. It's a story how it gets lost and caught up in all Vishaya Bhoga. He tells to her also, all my time, energy wasted. I didn't know what is my goal and all these days. Now I am leaving you all and going for my tapasya. I tell you so many things. Najatu kama kamanam. The desires never end by fulfilling. They only add up to the fire like a fuel. All these shlokas again and again to be chanted from these mantras, this chapter, and learnt also. Then a wise person who has to really, who wants to really evolve in his life, must at one go should give up all this. And few beautiful thoughts are shared here. Sarvam Mayeti. Everything is delusion. Have you known that? Never giving value to any one of them. Focus your mind in Paramatma and reach out. Here, Raja Ayati, so much engrossed in the Vishyas for such a long, long time. But suddenly one day, when he got this realization, in one go he gave up everything and went for meditation, tapasya. That is the most important thing about him. And he realized the self. That is what is the importance of this story. That Nahusha Putra Raja Ayati, one of the great stories, especially toward the end. In the beginning, he was there in that jungle going for hunting. Then he wanted water. He saw Devayani in the water. He brought her up. Then she married him. And Sharmishta also came. They lived long time. They had children. सब तो चलता है. That's not important. Important is how he realized, gave up, went for meditation, known the truth, and from that standpoint, really found there is nothing other than Paramatma. Now, this Devayani, who is Shukracharya's Putrika, she also understood the mithyatva of the Jagat. She also gave up everything, and she, in that meditation, she dropped her Sukshma Sharira and merged with Bhagavan. See, Sarvatra Sangam Utsrajya, Sapna Upyamena, that Bhargavi, that Bhrugu Putrika, Bhrugu Vamsha Shukracharya's Putrika, Krishne Manaha Samaveshya. She has put her man in Lord Krishna, Vyadhunot Lingam Atmanaha. She just dissolved the Linga Sharira. And see that shloka, Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vedase Sarvabhutadivasaya Shantaya Bruhate Namaha. See, Brahmanatvat, Brahmaswarupa Krishna. All this is Maya delusion. That is why this Purana Katha story, as many times we study, so much it is good because in all those stories, our own life stories are reflected. First part of it. Now the second part, in those stories, what those Rajas or Bhaktas or all of them did of detaching from everything and going for their Adhyatmic sadhana, and in that one life only, how much tapasya they might have done to totally come out of the manas, all the kshipta mode of vikshipta, and through ekagra bhumi, they must have reached to that Paramatma Anubhuti. This is how Puranas again and again have to be heard and studied. Such points we have to keep on noting and refer again and again, so that slowly, slowly, after many, many lives, we also feel to totally give up the delusory world and enter into Paramatma's search. At that time, our sadhana becomes slowly grown, and in one of the lives, by Guru Ishvara Krupa, all the journey ends in taking us to the destination. Let's try. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Wonderful it is. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं अंगं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत कर्हिचित् See, अतः पिबन्तु. This great rasa bhagata is not available Swarge Satye Kailase Vaikunte. In Swargaloka, Satyaloka Brahma, Kailasa Shiva, Vaikunta Vishnu, this Bhagavata Rasaswadana is not there. Therefore, Atapivantu Sadbhagyaha. Those are Sadbhagya, they drink. And those who drink, they become Sadbhagya. But important is, Mama Munchada Karichito. By no reason give up the drinking of this Bhagavata Rasa. न कृष्ण प्रियं सकल कल्मशनाशनं च मुक्त्येक हेतुमिह भक्ति विलासकारी सन्तः कथानकमिदं पिबतादरेण लोके हि तीर्थ परिशीलन सेवया किम् ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिरहित्वा अन्यतारोपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थिते अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः. Let us chant from this Uddhava Vacha for 5 minutes. It's all beautiful. Om Vidravito Moha Mahandhakarah Ya Ashrito Me Tava Sannidhanat Vibhavasoh Kim Nu Samipagasya शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य प्रत्यर्पितो मे भवतानुकम्पिना भृत्याय विज्ञानमय प्रदीपः हित्वा कृतज्ञस्तव पादमूलं कोऽन्यत् समीयात् शरणं त्वदीयं वृक्णश्च मे सुदृढः स्नेहपाशः दाशार्हवृष्ण्यन्धकसात्वतेषु प्रासारितः सृष्टिविवृद्धये त्वया समायया ह्यात्मसुबोधहेतिना नमोऽस्तु ते महायोगिन् प्रपन्नमनुषादिमां यथा त्वच्चरणाम्भोजे रतिः स्यादनपायिनी श्रीभगवानुवाच गच्छोद्धवमयादिष्टः बदर्याख्यं ममाश्रमं तत्र मत्पादतीर्थोदे स्नानोपस्पर्शनैः शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दायाः विधूताशेषकल्मषः वसानो वल्कलान्यङ्ग वन्यभुक् सुखनिःस्पृहः तितीक्षोर्द्वन्द्वमात्राणां सुशीलः संयतेन्द्रियः शान्तः समाहितधिया ज्ञानविज्ञानसंयुतः मत्तोऽनुशिक्षितं यत्ते विमिक्तमनुभावयन् मय्यावेशितवाक्चित्तः मद्धर्मनिरतो भव अतिव्रजगतिस्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम् श्रीशुक उवाच स एव मुक्तो हरिमेधसोद्धवः प्रदक्षिणं तं परिसृत्य पादयोः शिरोनिधायाश्रु कलाभिः आर्द्रधीः न्यषिञ्चत् अद्वन्द्वपरोऽपि अपक्रमे सुदुस्त्यजस्नेह वियोगकातरः न शक्नुवन्स्तं परिहातुमातुरः कृच्छ्रं ययौ मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन्नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः ततस्तमन्तरहृदि सन्निवेश्य गतो महाभागवतो विशालां यथोपदिष्टां जगदेकबन्धुना तवः समास्थाय हरेरगाद् गतिं य एतदानन्दसमुद्रसम्भृतं ज्ञानामृतं भागवताय भाषितं कृष्णेन योगेश्वरसेविताङ्घ्रिणा सच्छ्रद्धया सेव्य जगद्विमुच्यते भवभयमपहन्तं ज्ञानविज्ञानसारं निगमकृदुपजह्रे भृङ्गवद्वेदसारम् अमृतमुदधितश्चापाययद्भृत्यवर्गान् पुरुषं वृषभमाद्यं ब्रह्मसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि पुरुषं वृषभमाद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः ॐ शान्तिः 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 Beautiful, wonderful, wow, excellent. See, first of all, somehow, anyhow, everyhow, we should learn practice to go to the satsanga. Second thing you have to learn is to be regular. Then only the third one is the listening and listening steadily. If the first is not achieved, second is not achieved. That if you don't go at all, how can you make it regular going? If we don't make the going regular, how can we listen? And if we don't listen, how can it be improved to the next level of steadily listening? Then slowly we start understanding or receiving or grasping the content that is being taught there, spoken there. Both the story aspects, then the morals aspect, then the devotion aspects, the self discipline aspects, then mainly importantly, the philosophy aspects, the spirituality. Each of these contents we should be able to grasp either directly when it is taught in the class or maybe taking some time after the class in that free mind, spending half an hour or so. Only then the data is being collected by us for our own scrutinization. We have to scrutinize it. The logic behind it, the Shastra authority behind it, and Also, the variety of examples of all the people who have practiced and reached out. Then only be attentive. Both the things happen. One, what we are living the life right now is not so good or great. No, what knowledge we gain now, new one. According to that, we want to live our life. Then only real transformation from a worldly samsari to a spiritual seeker in us happens. These 4 5 steps, if we don't consistently do till we become sadhaka from samsari, we can never be coming out of the samsara jivana of totally being worldly. Even after that, also, the khel is not over. There again, what we did in the classes, called the consistency, regularity, we have to be there in also while doing what is learned called sadhana. And then no smooth roads, no red carpet treatment, no welcome. On the other hand, the road is full of kankar, pattar, kanta, and ups and downs and twists and turns. In all those movies of 70s, 90s, 60s to 90s, all over the world, not only Indian movie, Hollywood, you can see all the adventurous movies. You understand the Mechanas, Golds, and all of them. Nothing is easy. Everywhere, there are tough situations. The weather-wise situation, all of them they show. Spirituality also is like that. But in and through that, what keeps on giving us strength and inspiration to walk is our conviction regarding the greatness and nobility of that goal. Everybody like that only, the one who has got so much conviction regarding the money and its utility. Is it not putting all efforts required for getting that money? So to a person who wants the name and fame, a person who wants some power and position, a person who wants to be a leader, who wants 100 people to be around him. अरे हर बंदा अपने लक्ष्य से उत्साहित प्रेरित होकर हर मेहनत वहाँ कर रहा है. In the same way, in our life also, the nobility of the goal. That is why in Taittiriya Upanishad we saw in the very first line, the Shruti Mata says, Beta, we are telling you Brahman, you know that already. These whole Upanishads are for Brahma Vidya. Whether you remember or not, we are telling you the goal reached through this Brahma Vidya is Param, Supreme. There is nothing greater than that. This Sutra Vakya be the inspiration to you not only to theoretically study the entire Valli, but also to practice to reach the goal. Just like in the Prathama Valli, the higher lives of Uttama Lokas, Uttara Lokas, finally, even reaching to the state of becoming one with Agnivayu Aditya Tattva, even beyond is to become one with the Hiranyagarbha. Those were the promised goals or the destinations reached through upasana, then inspired by them, some people do that. Always, what makes us lazy, distracted, worldly, low, vicious is not having the highest, greatest, noblest goal and inspiration, love for that goal. Now you and I have this goal for studying Shastra. Subha, Dopar, Sham, how we are managing, how we are adjusting, although it is a struggle, nothing a smooth thing. It's not that we are machines. One day the body is good, one day it is not good, one day the mind is good, another it doesn't cooperate. The buddhi is sometimes distracted and disturbed. Yet it is our regular pursuit. He is the one which definitely pleases the Lord. And with his blessings, slowly this Maya of Rajas Tamas will go away. The Sattva will be predominant and will be deeply understanding, doing sadhana and reaching. वो सब होने वाला है. But this love for our wanting to study Shastra is putting us on this work. And those who don't have it, they are irregular. They don't come. They go somewhere else, wherever they love. In the same way, this greatest, noblest of the goal, when we have, then every effort, sacrifice required will be ready to do. So, what are the things we saw in the introduction? Key first, start going to class. Second, be regular. Third, start listening. Fourth, listen steadily. Fifth, try to grasp the contents, all aspects of the story aspect, of the morals aspect, of the duty discipline aspect, devotion aspects, and also the Vedanta Vishayas. Then brood over them, ponder over them in your own leisure time, which is inevitable. Then only this information becomes knowledge. Then only there will be an effort to put it, there will be an initiative for doing it practically. And only when we start doing practically, we can actually see the benefits coming. Like this, this whole Bhagavatam, the last word of Krishna again is same. What did he say? See, we have not yet come to that point. फिर भी reference के लिए what he says, अतः प्रजः गति स्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम माम परमेष्यसि. What he said, Brahmavidapnoti param. Bhagavan Krishna also concludes with that. Through all these sadhanas of what I told you to do, having gone to Badrinath, you will reach me only. And let us be fully engrossed in it. Like when you join any of the army, air force, navy, you are engrossed in it as long as you are in service. So to any professional things you take, you are engrossed in that. So to have children, as a mother or father, you are engrossed. You married, wife or husband, engrossed. So anything we take up, we get engrossed in it. A driving as a driver, a traveler as a while traveling. So too, once we have taken up spiritual path, fully get engrossed in that. Don't allow distractions to distract much. Then steadily we grow. And what I personally feel is this particular life only we have to struggle. While struggling in this life, if we make all sankalpas, all the prayers exclusively for spirituality, you know, to the Lord through all of us. Now, into our further lives, these many struggles may not be there. Struggle of the health of body, struggle of the mind, struggle of the people around and our duty responsibility to them, struggle of the outer world and its imposing on us various things. अब इतने सारे मिलकर हमको फंसा रहे इनफैक्ट कुछ नहीं फंसाता अपना मन ही फंसाता है दैट इज द फाइनल आंसर एनीवे इवन दैट आल्सो गेट्स एडजस्टेड. The final adjustment is only this much. What is realized by Raja Yayati in that 19th chapter? What is realized by Devayani in that 19th chapter? 9th Sarga, 9th Skandha. Bas, these are all Maya. It will never end. It will only keep on making you rotate in this very routine of all nonsense. Let me give it up all. Go for Paramatma. That is a beautiful understanding will come to us with our consistency. So, oh Lord, you know you only are the ones giving this chance and making us come to these classes. After this is done, please make us be regular and sincere. Please bless us that our ears and minds are focused while we are studying, speaking, and listening. Please give us the Medha Shakti to hold this content. Dharana, Shravana, Grahana, Dharana. Of whatever we are listening, please give us patience. Please give us intelligence to ponder over whatever we are listening and find the greatness of that, glory of that. Both the sadhya and its greatness, sadhya is the goal to be reached. Sadhana and its inevitability, sadhana is the means to be taken up. O Lord, may we not deter from this path for any reason by any means. So too, be with us all through till we reach the goal because we don't want to take anything for granted. That is why Uddhava asks the same thing. Ki, let me have the devotion at your feet. Bhagavan also says that don't leave me. This is such a complete subject, I tell you, Bhagavatam. If you have that vision and ability to study it from all angles, every shloka. Now the Upadghatam is given. Thank you. Now coming to the Bhagavat Mahapuranam, Ekadasha Skandham, Ekonatrimshodhyayam. All the Bhagavata dharmas are taught. Bhagavan Krishna concludes with a question from Uddhava. Sri Uddhavaji starts replying how all this knowledge has affected on him in removing all the Maha Andakara. So too, all his Sneha Pasha to everyone is got cut asunder. Now he is very pakka. Only he needs time for practicing what is learned to reach where he has to. So for that only Bhagavan tells him to go to Badri and all. So we have seen this much yesterday. We can ponder again once more the last sloka of Uddhavji speaking. कि वृक्णश्च मे सुदृढ़ स्नेह पाशः दाशाः वृष्णन्तक सातदेषु प्रासारित सृष्टि विवृद्धये त्वया समाया हि आत्मसुबोधयति न. Now this we have pondered sufficiently. First of all, Atma Jnana Siddhanta Rupena we have to gain, in which self is one without second, self alone is real. Anything other than that is only the ignorance projected delusion only. This knowledge, when many, many times we listen, then only be attentive. The reality given to the duality is reduced or removed. It is understood to be delusion. Then only we will be able to cut the strong ropes which are binding us to them. Because without the Siddhanta Jnana, that Atman alone is real, everything else is projection, imaginary. If you run behind that, we are only lost. If this knowledge is not gained, then that Sudruda Sneha Pasha will not get cut for the Vastus, the Vyaktis, the Paristhithis, the Anubhava, and ye sab dene wale our own Upadhi. So Siddhanta Vidya removes the avidya and avidya janita kama karma and raga dveshadi asakti to the jagat. Then this Siddhanta Atma Vidya again through sadhana, especially the nididhyasana adi, is obtained as anubhuti. When the anubhuti comes, then it is crystal clear. There is nothing other than me. Then where is what for me to get identified with or attached to with the raga as well as dvesha? To what I can have any स्नेह पाशा बताओ. मेरे से कुछ अलग है तो मैं उसमें स्नेह के पाश में बंधित हो सकता हूं. अभी मेरे लिए और कुछ है ही नहीं. See the glory of this knowledge. We are only at the level of theoretical listening theoretically, that also tentatively, with all our inhibitions and our own speculations and doubts. It goes on for a few lives for everyone. First of all, तो हम एक गुरु के यहाँ टिकते नहीं, भागते रहे एक जगह से दूसरी जगह. So we have so many beautiful, funny qualities with us, which will never make us steady on this path. That's why we said today, first go, second go regularly, then start learning to sit in the class steadily. After steadily sitting, only listening. Even now also, if you are sitting steadily, you will listen. If your body or mind is running towards various things, right from your TV, cell phone, your dinners, your cookings, your children and all, you will not listen even one sentence properly. If you do this on the online classes, you are doing Maha Papa. Don't do that. As you are attending a class, when the Acharya is in front, with same discipline you have to listen. The only convenience given to you is you need not go by your car, travel to go to a place to listen. That is the only thing avoided. Other than that, when you go to a satsanga somewhere, how disciplinedly we sit there and listen, same thing you have to do at home. Other than that, if that is not done, what my whole explanation is not about the steadiness of sitting, followed by that only listening and making it steady, then only the grasping, etc. Then the Siddhanta Jnanam should definitely cut us under Sudruda Sneha Pasha. अगर हमारा स्नेह पाश नहीं छूट रहा है, का अर्थ हुआ कि अभी हमने ढंग से नहीं सुना या सुनने का और भी है. Thereafter, then see, when the sneha pasha for the world is cut, only our asha, expectations on that is gone away. We continue being in the same world, but that expectation aspect goes away, which looks to be very tasty and sweet, but it is a very sweet poison. That we are lost only in that, forgetting the most sweet, tasty Bhagavan only. See, Pitvamritam, Anyat Patavyam Kinchidana Asti. Didn't we see? Just like 10 12 slokas back only. When you drink Amritam, nothing else worthy to be drunk. So too, when you enter into this Adhyatmika Sadhana and Siddhi, nothing greater than that. All this will happen to us. So we have seen this sloka. Main sentence we are focusing now on is Ki Sudruda Atma Subodha Hetina. So Atma, Atma Bodha, Atma Subodha. Means what? about the self and it alone being real and its nature, Pakka theoretically understood, then Sneha Pasha is cut. Now, this Atma Jnanam is still the Siddhantika and Vritti Rupa. It has to become Anubhava, Atita to Vritti, beyond the thoughts and beyond the intellectual grasping. It should become direct experience. And for that, every one of us will have to spend that sufficient time on the seat of meditation to reject all the anatma dhyasa and come to the atmanubhuti. For that, Bhagavan going to send Uddhavji to the training place called as Badrinath. That will be when he says later on. Now, the last question, how important, last sloka, sorry. We have seen it exhaustively yesterday on the Gita Jayanti day. Namostute te namaha astu. My humble, gratitude yukta, surrender yukta, salutations to you, O Lord. Namostute. See, Namostute Vyasa. A beautiful sentence it is. Te namaha astu. He Namostute. Maha Yogin. Now, this word we have explained yesterday. Mahayogin is he who, first of all, knower and giver of all the yogas. Second one is one for every of the seeker. What if given, he will be walking on the yoga marga to reach his own ultimate destination. All that Bhagavan knows, and accordingly only he is placing every jiva. It is that jiva's inefficiency, ignorance, non-guidance, and followed by added to his arrogance that he doesn't know that where he is placed by the Lord is the best place for him to evolve. Bhagavan is such a Mahayogi, which Jiva to be put where for his own evolution, of course, along with his own Prarabdha and its results. So he is Pakka in that. That means what? In whatever the place we are now and whatever the duties that are given to us, they are given to us by the Mahayogi Krishna, keeping very clearly in his mind that through being here and doing what we are supposed to alone, we evolve. He's a Mahayogi. Mahayogi means both samajhdar. Yoga means upaya. I told you. Mahayogi means he knows all upayas and he knows to whom what thing is to be given for his evolution. Like a Mahayogi coach of any, let us say, cricket or football and all. So if he's a Mahayogi coach with all experience and all, he just studies every player, his strengths, his weaknesses. He reduces the weaknesses to the extent possible, then refines and polishes the strengths, and will he not put him at the right place for his own performance well and contributing to the entire team. Is it not? A Mahayogi coach. Even the Guru also is a Mahayogi. He knows which disciple is at what level, what work, what sadhana to be given to him. That only he gives. Anything other than that it is done, he will not evolve. Therefore, he will give that only. मजेदार बात है if you can catch this one, my guru, my god are observing me, they only have put me here and they have told me to do these things. In this only our evolution is there. If this is understood, we are the most lucky ones. Like for me, my own, I am given this work, study shastra, tell them. It is not to tell them, it is telling to yourself loudly so that you only become clear day by day in the goal and means. One day conviction will come to you, then you give all the books to the listeners, you go for your own meditation. This is the path for you. He has chalked out. Now, if I understand, accept it, and follow, like we can see our own growth, our own unfoldment, our own progress. So the word explained is Namostute Mahayogin. To you, O Lord, salutations. Mahayogi. And he never leaves any of the Bhakta and Shishya if he holds on to Bhagavan. हमने उनको छोड़ दिया और कहा तुम भी मेरे को छोड़ो, तो भगवान छोड़ देते हैं. Like Guru also, we left the Guru and we expect the Guru to also leave us. What can you do, Bechara? You leave only. That's how the people leave and go. So to Bhagavan. But if we hold on, their hold is so beautiful. Mahayogi, time and again, every day, every year, every life, some or the other form, they themselves come or send somebody to see to it that we are on the track. on the track of our sadhana and evolution. That is again the meaning of Mahayogin. And the third meaning of Mahayogin, which is so touching, so lovely, is the example of a doctor I would love to share. A Mahayogi doctor, when he has to treat patient for any of the diseases or he want to do the surgery करना हो या कोई भी ऐसे बैंडेज लगाना हो सुई हुई देना हो या दवा लगानी हो एनी ग्राफ्टिंग से लेकर ट्रांसप्लांटेशन तक even if you do if he's a Mahayogi, how carefully he does without creating any extra damage. Actually, no damage only, but it's required to cut without giving any extra pain. Will he not do? You know, like a mother, the doctor is. He knows how the post-operative pains. Therefore, जितना चाहिए उतना ही काटते हैं वो जितना टांका या जो भी कहते हैं the knots have to be made only that much he may is so sensitive doctors are मैक्सिमम 1 or 2 जो थोड़े बड़े हो जाते हैं पैसे ज़्यादा आ जाते हैं उनका फिर घमंड तो हर एक फील्ड में है स्पिरिचुअल में नहीं है क्या those who become onto the top to maintain the topness in the present world of Kali Yuga, they will do all the funny things that anyway goes on. But many of them are so sensitive to my patient, the pain should not be, the difficulty should not be. And we just think that these doctors are like this, like that, and they don't care us and all. ऐसा नहीं होता. Bhagavan will not make him doctor if that good qualities are not there in him. Even while prescribing any medicine, they are worried. Any side effects should not be there. Correct dose medicine should go in time. That person should be cured. Everything, whether it is oral prescription given, any the body applying lotions given, surgery is done. He is so careful. क्या है carefulness वहाँ? कम से कम दर्द, जल्द से जल्दी बीमारी क्योर. सेम इज द महायोगी भगवान कृष्ण. कम से कम दर्द होवे इनको और जल्द से जल्द ये स्वस्थ हो जाए. एंड व्हाट इज स्वस्थता? स्वस्मिन स्थिति. व्हाट इज स्वस्मिन स्थिति? हित्वा अन्यथा रूपम स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थिति. इज ए महायोग. And feel that we are all patients. We are getting treated by the God. The God doctor is doing all surgeries to us through all these experiences for our own health, spiritual. Always maintain that mood. Will we ever have any complaints for anything? Will we not accept everything in right stride and also recognize what is to be done? देखो डॉक्टर भी जो करते हैं कोई ट्रीटमेंट इधर मुड़ो उधर मुड़ो ऐसे कहते हो. You know when that अब तो कम हो गया आई डोंट नो होता होगा when they put that stethoscope तो पहले आगे से चेस्ट पे लगाएंगे ये कमर में लगाएंगे गले पे लगाएंगे फिर पीछे घूमो करके बहुत बड़ा सांस लो इधर से उधर से so they make us to move and all. In the same way in our journey of spirituality Bhagavan makes us move here and there. That should not be taken as anything different but it is a part of that Mahayogi's treatment. So far, till this moment, whatever has happened in our life is the treatment by the Mahayogi Bhagavan for my own evolution. Have faith in him, have love for him, surrender to him, and know for certain, for future also, that he is not going to leave any patient without curing him completely. And then with this knowledge, when we surrender to him and allow him to operate us, treat us, tell you उनको ज़्यादा खुशी होगी. एक खुश मिजाज वाला पेशेंट आकर पूरा डॉक्टर को सारे बिना कोई क्वेश्चन का डाउट का सरेंडर करके वॉट एवर ट्रीटमेंट इज गिवन इफ ही रिसीव्स वॉट एवर द प्रेस्क्रिप्शन इज गिवन इफ ही फॉलोज हाउ हैप्पी द डॉक्टर वुड बी. मजा आएगा. इन द सेम वे वी आर ऑल जूझ रहे हैं इन दिस भवरोगा. Then Bhavaroga Vaidya is Bhagavan and Guru. And both of them with the medical textbook of Shastra, they are treating us. Let them do. टेंशन नहीं लेना. एक बार ये समझ में आता है मानो कि भगवान गुरु आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ मी फॉर माय ओन एवोल्यूशन टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट टेंशन गोज अवे. द इंक्विजिटिवनेस रिमेन्स. अच्छा और क्या होगा और क्या होगा कल परसों. एंजॉय दैट जो भी है अपने एवोल्यूशन के लिए है. So all these things are hidden behind this one word of Uddhava is saying Mahayogin. So he knows all the yogas, he knows all the upayas to treat every patient, And a Mahayogin, he sees to is that the damage and pains are lesser and lesser, and the treatment is quicker and quicker. That faith we have to have. And accordingly, when we surrender, we can see the changes happening. नमोस्तुते महायोगिन हो गया. He is a Mahayogi. Let us salute to him. Let us surrender to him. Here Namaha is Namaskara. And the next line he says Prapannam. Prapatti is that which we do from our side. Always remember, never forget. Sharanagati is that Lord gives to us. Well, when we do Prapatti, we put our hands on the feet of the Lord. When He gives Sharanagati, He puts His feet in our hands. Putting the feet means when you touch it, He pulls His feet back and puts His legs on our hand. That means He has given us Sharanagati. We have done the Prapatti. Prapatti. Prapatyati. Prapatti means what? Pati means padanam. Prapatti means totally falling at His feet. Prapadyate prapatti. There all the limbs, Ursa, Risharsa, Drushtya, Mansa, Vasatada, Adhyam, Karabhyam, Karnabhyam. In short, my buddhi, O Lord, now surrender to you. My hridayam is surrendered to you. Mana is tried to you. My jnanendriyas are, my karmendriyas, even my deha, all are, O Lord, surrender to you. So you tell what to do with them. That alone I will do. That kind of attitude is called prapatti. श्रीवेङ्कटेशचरणौ चरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीचिन्मयेशचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. Aha! Really one who knows the meaning of it and really does the prapatti to the Lord. And थोड़ा भगवान टेस्ट कर देखते हैं. If that prapatti is completely, immediately he gives sharanagati. Once Bhagavan takes us into his refuge, then कोई अभी टेंशन नहीं. He will सकुदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयम सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददामि एतद्व्रतं मम. Nobody dare can touch that person later on. Lord protects him from all inner and outer evils and takes him towards the ultimate. So prapannam. This prapatti Guru will not demand. Because he doesn't need our surrender. उनको क्या है? He is in the reveling of the bliss only. It is we, in our own interest and need, we have to do the prapatti. Like going to the doctor is not doctor's thing. He learns medicine, he knows it, he is ready to treat. It is we in our interest go and surrender, then he takes care. So prapatti is from our side. Prapannam. Yeah. Then what is the connection? I told you some almost 2.5 years back this topic. I remember very vividly and distinctly. Is prapatti, that is surrender, is directly proportional to the total obedience and following with commitment to whatever the instructions that are given. Instructions given, not followed, and vocally say that I surrender to you, that doesn't go together. That is why immediately I have surrendered, you can test me. And if you find my surrender to you is complete, Anushati Mam. Please instruct me, please guide me as to exactly what I have to do as sadhana. How do I live my life? Yesterday I told what is discussed yesterday, I'm not touching that topic. If you listen yesterday and today, it will be totally different. Yesterday was that different angle. आज उसी का improved next edition. Same sloka. Bhagavata and Gita and Shastras are so beautiful. Every day as we improve, so to the improved meaning reveals to us from those Shastras. Nitya Nutana Bhavartha Dayinye Namaha. It is like that. So anyway, when we do surrender, when the Lord accepts it, then in our surrender we should commit to do whatever the Lord says. When it is understood by Him, then He gives the instructions. Then accordingly when we follow, then all the good happens to us. Prapannam Anushadhima. And till that time, Bhagavan, whenever you ask, he may give little ideas, suggestions. Casually, you ask casually. Like Arjuna must have casually asked so many times. Krishna भी casually ये करो कर कह दिया होगा. So to Uddhava must have asked casually Bhagavan ने. But this is not casually, it is totally surrender. Then Lord also takes charge and gives such a beautiful orders or instructions. And again, 29th time I am repeating, even Bhagavan's Upadesha or even a little word of the Guru, the one who takes it as Adesha, he alone can later on, When Bhagavan gives Adesha for sadhana, he does it without fail, without any excuses. Such person alone can see the evolution in himself. So, Namostute Mahayogin, O Lord, my salutations to thee. Prapannam, I have totally surrendered to you. Anushadhimam, please unhesitatingly, firmly, strictly instruct me what sadhana to do. And in that also, the second line is here, beautiful. Yatha tat charanam bhoje ratihi syat anapayini. So already Uddhavji surrendered to Bhagwan. He just said now Prapannam. But he doesn't want to stop there. He'll want to have the taste of the devotion at the feet of the Lord all the time. Rati syad anapayini. Apayini means chale jane wala. That goes away. Anapayini means never going away. So yatha, as tat your charanamboja, lotus feet, rathi syat, that reveling in devotion at your feet should be continuous anapayini. Now here, what important thing we have to learn is what? We will never understand it, I know, still we say it. As long as we are under the protecting shield of Guru in the ashrama or satsanga, Bhagavan in the temple, we will never know how they are protecting us. It is only when we go out of it we will see how, more than the outer devils or distractions, inner devils and distractions only destroy us. And that's how, little bit if we go away from Bhagavan and Guru, we have to be so conscious in such a way, so careful in such a way, we should never take for granted these three things. One is Maya, second Mana, third is the world in front. These three at what time will attack us and take away the nobility, the greatness, the path we are pursuing, the convictions, the humbleness, the simplicities, these devotions to the Guru and God, Shastra, Swadhyaya, Sadhana, spirituality, इनके प्रति हमारा जो भी इच्छा है, लगाव है, उन सबको कितने क्षणों में वो लूट कर ले जाते हैं, we can't say. And many things are not required. दिस मच रिक्वायर्ड. आजकल मैंने ठीक नहीं सोया, चलो सोता हूँ. यार बहुत दिन हो गए सिनेमा देख के देखता हूँ. अरे वो बंदा कहाँ गया दोस्त मेरा, वो नहीं किया तो मैं तो करना चाहिए, मैं तो जिगरी दोस्त हूँ. These three silly things are enough to take away our mind away from Paramatma's charana, and we get lost. By the time we realize, like the Yayati Maharaja, whole life is over. Therefore, when we are with Guru and God, we can relax because they protect us. When we go away from that, you can't take anything for granted. Therefore, the only way is what? Mamevaye prapadyante maya me tam tarantite. Those who surrender to me, they only cross Maya. He never says, I will make them cross Maya. They cross. Therefore, you gave me instructions. You are going to give me instructions. I am going to do the sadhana, but I am there all alone by myself. Therefore, what I will do, what will be I will be influenced by outside things. I don't know. Therefore, what is the only thing can protect me? The continuous, constant surrender at your feet. Therefore, yatha tvacharanamboje rati syadanapaini means what? How much ever we feel independence, convinced about sadhana, spiritual, and think that we can do, and actually we do also, at what moment for what inner and outer weakness, we fall into the pitfalls we don't know. Therefore, the only thing which protects us, that's how we have to seek only that thing, is our never going away devotion to both Bhagavan and Guru. भगवान एंड गुरु चरण में निरंतर समर्पणा युक्त भक्ति ही जब हम अकेले रहकर साधना करते हैं उस समय बाहर अंदर के शत्रुओं से हमको बचाता है. एंड व्हाट इज द बिगेस्ट शत्रु? Ego only. The ego, either it doesn't allow us to do sadhana, and if it does the sadhana, then it is more than the sadhana of the God, it is the ego sadhana only. Then we get lost into delusion. That's why Nirantara, Guru Deva has given us this chance. The Guru Parampara are blessing us. The Bhagwan's kindness, it is that we are in this path. These things सुबह दोपहर शाम को आप सुन रहे हो, इसलिए वो अंदर वाला भागने वाला ईगो या अहंकार वाला ईगो ज्यादा नहीं भड़क रहा है हमारे ग्रुप के लिए. Again, this is also an ego. Time and again we have to say Bhagavan, 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 Bhagavan. If you don't have that anapayini rati, that rati little goes away, that is enough for the mind and Maya and Prapancham to take us away. See, one or two of our regular people, how devoted they were, how committed they were. वो गए कहाँ पता नहीं. मैं तो इमेजिन करता हूँ उनको ब्रह्म ज्ञान हो गया. That's very good. But otherwise, more danger is when we are left with ourselves. Because the friend like acting the biggest enemy, mind, having his own two powerful assistants. One is vasana, second is habits. Mind by itself, it's your desires and projections. खुद के संकल्प विकल्प और बुरे आदतें अभिदक वाले वर्ल्डलीनेस वाले from millions of lives the earned samskara और वासना all the three हमारे साधक को ऐसे उखाड़ के फेंक देंगे, लेकिन हाथी कोई पौधे को उखाड़ के फेंकता है. तुम साधक बेवकूफ है क्या? स्वामी जी कोई काम धंधा नहीं, बोलते चुप बैठ टीवी देख नया सिनेमा आया. How much time it takes for the mind to take us away from God? How much powerful it is. See, every day we are experiencing it immediately after the class. In 2 minutes, everything is justification after that. हाँ स्वामी जी खाना नहीं खाना क्या, परोसना नहीं क्या, हाँ घर में धर्म का काम नहीं करना क्या. You to shut my mouth, you can give all answers. I know answer, therefore I don't say that. I shut only my mouth. That's all other discussion. What is not the mind taking us away from Bhagwan? Proof. It's only example पर proof. Let's not argue or fight in that. ये धर्म है, मैंने तो आप आके सेवा करोगे क्या मेरे घर में? ये नहीं छोड़ो. An example of that. Therefore, why Uddhavji is asking, may I have devotion at your feet, never going away even a moment? Because the moment, all that hillocks, Ghat Road, what is the main commonly written placard? Only one, which is every second, third kilometer you see. Savadhani hati, durghatana ghati. भगवान के चरण से सावधानी हटी, कि माया मोह अहंकार का दुर्घटना घटी. Now that thing is what? इतना घूम फिरा के you come up to the hill top. Little सावधानी हटी, the durghatana takes you to the valley down. So with so much carefulness, we have come up to this level from so many lives of sadhana evolution. If we forget the God and the devotion to Him, any Maya will come and attack. It will take us to such a lowest level of worldliness, as if we were never spiritual only. ऐसा लगता है. Should we want to fall like that? See, जाकर साधना करना है. अब गुरु के चरण पकड़कर वहीं थोड़ी रहेंगे भगवान के. But while doing so, what God says is His grace. And how the grace comes? When you pray. And what the prayer? See to it that, oh Lord, my devotion at your feet is never moved in one moment. That is why, whether you do Ashtanga Yoga, whether you do Karma Yoga, whether you do Jnana Yoga, you Kundalini, any of the yoga you do, before all of that, first we have to do the Bhakti Yoga. In which, by praying to God and surrendering to Him, His protecting shield we have to put around. Then all yogas will be done. If not, as I told you, the Maya, the Mana, the Vishwa. These three are the enemies bent upon pulling us away from Bhagavan. Therefore, O Lord, you have given me all knowledge. Clear? Now, I am thorough in that. Mera moha gaya, sneha pas gaya. Now, step by step, what sadhanas I have to do, I am asking you. You will give me. And you will also tell me to go somewhere and do sadhana. Definitely I do. But I am all alone left there. Anything can come at any time. Therefore, please bless me that my sadhana should not create arrogance to me. My going away from you may not make me forget you. My going into the world away from you may not make me get lost in the world. That's the Maya, no? That's what Yayati Raja said just now. Even Devayani, आंख खोला दुनिया देखा फंस गए. अब बचना है तो कैसे? आवृत चक्षु अमृतत्व इच्छन. Till you get established in the theory and practice and all, Thereafter, open the eye and everything is open eye meditation. But right now, it is not so. When we establish to a great extent that firmly rooted in meditation, that Hrudayantargata Dhyanam, then only we can look at the entire world also as a field for meditation. That is called the open-eyed meditation. But शुरू में तो एक एस्टेब्लिश होने तक आंख बंद करना नहीं किया खोल दिया होल दुनिया विल एंटर. So, in this way, I give few ideas. Develop yourself the subject on that. That when we have to do sadhana, we have to do all alone. But when we are all alone, our own mind is our enemy. The total Maya will be there to trouble us. So to the world outer. And then what is that which protects us from not getting lost in them and keep on doing sadhana? Our anapayini rati at the feet of Lord. Means what? Always remembering God. In the case of Uddhavji, God gave me this knowledge, then He gave me the instructions, then He assured that this result will come if I do it. More than all of that, He expects me to do these sadhanas. If I don't do, it will be so bad, He will be feeling. So, at least for His sake, I will do. So, these are all called as Ratihi Syat Anapayini. These are the only ones which will keep us on the track, like some of you. स्वामी जी क्या मानते हैं इस भाव से आ रहे हैं. दैट्स वेरी गुड. भाव कुछ भी हो फायदा तो हो रहा है कि नहीं. One or two are that out of obligation they are coming, and they don't know how much that obligation is blessing them. Others don't have obligation. कौन किसका किसका स्वामी है. I better मैं खुद ही स्वामी हूँ ऐसे फील करने वाले. They don't have that obligation. So देखो, they don't even answer, they don't even ask, they don't know permission की बात क्या, information भी नहीं. No, these are all your personality that decides where do we go, where do we reach. So that sentiment, that obligations, that the Lord gave me these instructions to do sadhana, when I remember, then I'll be able to be on the track. नहीं तो जब अकेले में होते हैं ना, मन with all its vasanas, मन with all its habits, senses with the outer worldly objects, it goes on pouring so much of the information, sankalpas, forces, that it will take 1 second only to come out of this sadhana. Thereafter the downfall starts. अब जितना नीचे गिरते हैं उतना फिर से ऊपर आना पड़ेगा. And you all know the common thought we share very frequently. First time when you do sadhana with such a great inspiration, from that sadhana when you go away, again to come back, that inspiration will not be there. That much thirst will not be there from inside. Thirst as well as thirst. It won't be there once you give up. Because आदत हो जाते हैं, माइंड थोड़ा ढीला ढाला होता है. इसलिए one go only without distraction, we have to walk and reach out. Don't give chance, don't take chance. That is why yatha tat charanam bhoje rati syad anapayini. So let there be my devotion at your feet every moment while doing all sadhanas indicated by you, having gone to the place where you tell. So whichever the place we go, whatever the sadhana we do, still we cannot take for granted anything. We need to have the protecting kavacha around. Now is a subtle samjhauta between guru and disciple, the God and bhakta. Very cute. Bhagavan says, hey, Guru and Bhagavan, two in one here. Lord Krishna, मैं तुम्हारे उद्धार के लिए साधना कर रहा हूँ, बता रहा हूँ, जाके कर. It is my order to you. Very, very subtle from his side the words. Uddhav also from his side. जाऊंगा मैं आपके इंस्ट्रक्शन पर. मेरा भी एक गुजारिश, request. I don't demand, command like you, but I can request you. What is that? You also don't leave me. Be always with me. Do some jadoo by which I always am devoted to your feet, so that I don't take those things for granted which take me away from the path. मैं तो एक ही मांगता हूँ, हे गुरुदेव, at your feet that bhakti should never go away. अनपायिनी रति स्यात्. भगवान, गुरु, शास्त्र, इन तीनों के चरण में हमारा अनपायिनी भक्ति या रति होना चाहिए. Anapayini means never going away, never reducing. On the other hand, every day growing only it should be. That is the only thing protects us from ourselves, then from the world. There's no other way otherwise. सावधानी हटी दुर्घटना घटी. मन भगवान गुरु के चरण से हटा, अब दुर्घटना घटा. These are all very sensitive things which are very essential on the path. You cannot take anything. If you are a sincere sadhak, time pass brand hai, kahani sunne aa rahe, some information. We can't call them as sadhakas. They are just satsangi, but some punya they have done. They get more entertainment when Swami talks or anybody than a movie, etc. That's it. For them, all these we don't talk. They don't even listen also. But those who mean business, those who want to really have the mukti, which is the name of this skandha, for them, these small little looking but very important things are very, very crucial. So for us also same prayer. We also can close eyes and tell to Lord Krishna, hey Bhagavan Krishna, we will be from this moment on the path of sadhana as the instruction given by you. But see to it that we never forget your feet and devotion at your feet, so that that becomes a kavacham, rakshana kavacham around us to protect us from ourselves, our own mind, our own vasanas, and our own senses and the outer world and Maya, so that we continue the sadhana. देखो, is it not important? Namostute Mahayogin Prapanna Manushadhimam Yatha Taccharanam Bhoje Rate Syadanabhayini. Only literal meaning if you see, oh Lord, salutation to you, I'm just surrendering to you. Please bless me that I have devotion at your feet. It looks so casual. Is it not? So casual. There's no depth in that in this way if you translate. Like nowadays, boy, girl coming together, falling in the dirt of the love and getting married, and within few months lose interest in them, then they get separated. There's no depth in that beautiful married life or in that relation of wife and husband. There's no depth in the relation of the boss and subordinate. This gone, superficial. अब जब तक न तनख्वाह अच्छा मिलेगा, I'll be there. A better salary, I'll go, leave and go. So to the boss. A more youngster person with more dynamism comes, somehow I'll throw away this fellow. There's no depth of any relation nowadays left. In the same way, here also, हाँ भगवान ठीक है मैं आपके शरण किया हूँ थोड़ा देख लेना जब हो मेरे को आपके चरण में भक्ति हो जाए हो सके तो इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट द नीड ऑफ इट that on sadhana path when we are there every movement कांटों का रास्ता है चट्टानों का रास्ता है ना किस मोड़ पे कौन सा हादसा कब होगा नहीं पता अंदर वाला सो कौन बचाएगा सिर्फ भगवान का ही and such person when he is in this type of mood and devotion and surrender he out of his prarabdha or weaknesses or any of the less ability during the sadhana wherever some problem comes from somewhere those helping hands of Bhagavan come in some or the other form. It protects us again, keeps us on the track. मैं तो पिछले 3 साल से हर दिन एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा हूँ and you can also see unless other than Bhagavan's and Gurudev's Kripa, can we give the credit of these so many classes continuously done to anything else? How many distractions, how many problems can come? Important one, simple one, bigger one, grosser one, subtler ones. But 900 days without break, even one day, almost 900 days, 850, 880. Every day we have five classes means, is it not because of Gurudev Bhagwan's Kripa? मैं तो इसको कोई डाउट ही नहीं हो सकता और कुछ एक थॉट काफी है अब कितना बोलूं मैं छड्डो जा सकते हैं एंड सो सकता हूं मैं भी इट इज हिज कृपा पता नहीं कितने जन्मों में हमने उनसे चरण पढ़ पढ़ कर रतिस्या धनपाइन ऐसे मांगा होगा दैट इज शवरिंग हिज ग्रेस नाउ रिमेंबर इज इट नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रिलेंटलेस स्टडी ओनली द आउटर सेटिस्फैक्शन दैट वी आर स्टडिंग दिस दैट ये तो बच्चों का खेल है बट द इनसाइड is not the subject becoming clear, is not the conviction growing, is not commitment is setting into motion or action. Practically we are doing this. So what is the lesson from this last sloka of Uddhavji? Let us always pray to God to give us devotion at his feet anapayini so that the ego or the mind's distraction or the vasanas or the habits or the world and its influence should not overpower us to take us away from the sadhana which we are doing. What sadhanas you are doing? You are doing japa, you are doing upasana, you are doing swadhyaya, you are doing your dhyanam. All of them are slowly molding our antakarana to be pure, to be subtle, to be single pointed, to be very divinely empowered. Along with that, when the jnana about the tattvam from the Upanishad we are listening, this able intellect mind we use for meditating on the truth, which we are listening through the Upanishads, then slowly takes us to the subtler and subtler states. Then we will apprehend the truth as it is. So you become Brahmavid. Then you obtain the Param. Brahmavidapnoti Param. Is there any doubt regarding this? देखो भाई साधना शुरू तो करो, कब करोगे आपको मर्जी, सिद्धांत तो पूरा समझ लेना. आफ्टर ऑल दीज इयर्स लिसनिंग देन डोंट पुट ए फनी फेस सेइंग कि आपने क्या बोला, आप तो ये बोला, मेरे को तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. Not like that. Should be very clear regarding what is the place to reach and what is the way to reach. Clear? Now, having said so, Uddhavaji surrenders to Bhagavan. Bhagavan Krishna starts giving step by step instructions. Beautiful. These 4.5 slokas again have some 10-12 pointers or the cares to be taken, given to us by the Lord. No, that are all again conditions. If you maintain these conditions which I am telling, then you sought from me that your devotion to me is anapayini, that grace I will give you. हर चीज कंडीशनल होता है. Finally, to reach to the unconditional truth, we have to follow the conditions of Shastra and Guru. There's no other way. Conditioned to be deconditioned. Is it not? So one by one we will see. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. No, it is not Krishna Uvacha. Devaki Nandana Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan. Like whole Gita is Shri Bhagavan. Whenever you use this word Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, it means what? While giving this knowledge, Bhagavan is not only mere an avatara or a Krishna, but he is the Lord who is managing the show of the entire universe, the sole monarch. The Brahma Tattva, as that Narayana or Ishvara, he is the one giving the knowledge here. Not only a Krishna and Avatara. Avatara Krishna is so not small. But Krishna Vacha is not said, therefore we are saying. That Lord from whom the Krishnas, the Ramas, all these Parashuramas, Vamanas, Nrusimhas come, that Lord is speaking. Therefore, such knowledge becomes universal. Anybody can use and anybody can get benefit. Sri Bhagavan Bacha includes unbiased knowledge, all time effective for everyone who comes. And whoever uses it, everybody will get benefit out of it. That's the meaning of the word Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So Bhagavan is eternal, his knowledge is eternal. He is truth, his knowledge given is truth. He is powerful, effective, efficient. His given knowledge also powerful, effective, and efficient. And Bhagavan is love Swarupa, and the knowledge given by him is filled with that love only. And Bhagavan has no prejudice or biasness, so too. And Bhagavan has no apeksha. He is Niswarthi. Therefore, the jnanam given also has no other negative expectation or anything other than our own evolution. This is how Sri Bhagavan Vacha, words meaning, we have to feel all the time. And also Shri means Karuna, Kripa, Prema. Shri means Jnanam. Shri means Shakti. Shri means Anugraha. Sach Bhagavan. Bhaga means Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Dharmasya Yashasasriyaha Jnana Vairagya Yuktasya Shannam Bhaga Itirna. So too, Visano, Srushti, Sthiti, Laya, Papa Punya Falaka, Anugraha Nigraha. So too, Sadhana ka Fal. The one who does all these 6 is called as Bhagavan. You want to have more clear definition of Bhagavan? Just give me 1 second. I will tell you directly from our Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya. Count the time. If 1 minute I can do it, I will do it. If not, some other time. So, Bhagavan Uvacha. Where has it gone? Okay. बुक मिल गया तो आपको तुरंत बता देता मैं. He has a beautiful commentary given at length, but all portions I will not touch. Only the main one. इधर ही होगा देखो. Bhagavan Uvacha. Can anybody tell me that shloka number? Okay. Topic has come, so why not completely do it? Mhm. Mhm. 73 मिल गया देखो. Mhm. Mhm. बाय हार्ट होते थे एक जमाने में, बूढ़े हो गए तो सब याद नहीं रहता. सो भगवान मीन्स व्हाट यू नो, कि फर्स्ट आई टोल्ड यू ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य धर्मस्य यशसः श्रियः ज्ञान वैराग्योश्चैव षण्णाम भग इति ऋणा. तो द वन हु हैज गॉट समग्र ऐश्वर्य, समग्र धर्म, समग्र यशस, समग्र श्री, समग्र ज्ञान, समग्र वैराग्य. This is one. Another is what? Utpattim pralayam chaiva bhutanam agatim gatim vetti vidyam avidyam cha savacho bhagwan iti. This is how the definition of Bhagwan. Utpatti pralayam he knows, Srushti and Laya. Then bhutanam agatim gatim, the birth and departure of all the beings. So to the third one, the one who knows the Vidya and Avidya. To Uttati pralayam, gati agati and Vidya avidya. The one who knows all these six is called as Bhagwan. Therefore, specially Bhagavan knows we are all in avidya, and he knows what is avidya. By giving the vidya to us, here he is liberating us. That is the meaning we have to carry whenever you read the word Sri Bhagavan Vach. See, I'm not going out of track, I'm conscious. These are the few things, through these words of Sri Bhagavan Vach, etc. Becoming sensitive enough to develop the deep devotion makes us committed for that study and sadhana more seriously. That alone helps us. Towards Guru, towards Shastra and Bhagwan, this we have to be very consciously always keep on developing it. Never take it for granted. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Then what did Bhagavan order? He ordered only Uddhava or all of us also. हम सबको भी है. थोड़ा सा उसको edit करके. Let us chant this sloka and see. Gacchodhavamayaadishta padaryakyam mamashramam tatra matpadatirthode snanopaspashanaihi शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दाय विधूताशेषकल्मषः वसानो वल्कलान्यंगा vanyavok sukha nispruha. And then two more slokas, lot of beautiful sweet instructions given. First, hey Uddhava Gacha, you go from here. Why is it so? Because physically to be with God or Guru or anybody permanently is not possible. You may live there, but I have to complete my avatar and go. Now, how much important is this thought? If we can really accept that no two beings can be permanently, eternally together physically, they will rule out that possibility or expectation. Then half of the tension goes away from our mind. It's a fact. कोई भक्त भगवान भी फिजिकली खट्टे रह नहीं सकते. It is impossible because the body ever changing and of the human beings it's perishable, and Bhagavan to he'll have to conclude his avatar and go. Then only he can come again. Therefore, Gacha, go away. And then I can develop this topic for hours together, but all that will be too intricate, deep and all. You don't require all it. एक बात तो क्या है? Only when we go away physically, two things are known. The value of the knowledge given by the Lord, the value of the proximity with the Guru and Lord, and हमारा औकात क्या है? What we can do. That is a thing will be known only when we go away. Third is what? Only when we are given freedom, independence, then only we can do sadhana. And that's how no guru holds the disciple permanently. A disciple's choice. Guru Maharaj, I want to go nowhere. I'll be here only serving you in ashram. ठीक है रह जाओ. और बाकी को कॉन्वोकेशन सत्यव्रत धर्मचर्या सब सुनकर अब भाग यहाँ से. Because as long as you are under a big gigantic tree, under a big banyan tree, the saplings never grow. They die. Therefore, Guru knows it. This fellow has to grow. Therefore, he has to be given all the knowledge, everything, direction, instruction, and also the freedom for him to grow. So for that one purpose, that he should put his efforts and grow. Second, also to know how much depth he stands within himself. Third one is what? To value, to discover or recognize the value of what he was getting when he was at the feet of the Guru under his protecting umbrella. Like we all, when we are having these classes daily, you will not know the value of it. When सब अब बंद हो जाएगा, you are given full freedom, and then देखो तब पता चलेगा, याद आएगा तब. स्वामी तब की बात जरूर है, पता नहीं, अब तो आ रही है याद नानी. I to feel with full gratitude to you all who are regularly coming, that because of you we are able to do these shastras. So Gacha Uddhava Mayadishtaha. So I am ordering you, please go from here. So आदेश है तो फिर जाना ही पड़ेगा. So again, don't bring that topic that I want to stay along with you, Lord. And beauty is one. देखो, बहुत that's why मैं बताया ना, घंटों बता सकते हैं इस टॉपिक में. No, no, I want to see when you leave the avatar, then I go. It is nonsense. You have to go पहले ही and train yourselves. That's why these two aspects of our life. That before the mother and father dies, the daughter is given in marriage to the in-laws so that she learns to live independent of them, reducing that attachment to parents. Not that मरने के बाद. So that she should be trained and learnt. In the same way, a person after the grahastha ashrama straight away should take the vanaprastha ashrama, and while living in life only should go away from the samsara and all, detach himself. In the same way, you have to go right now only and then learn yourself to live independently. It is called my Adesha. So, what is the Adesha of Bhagavan to all of us? Gacha. Go out of that mental and outer comfort zones. Only in that tapasya that we will really evolve. Point one. Gacha Uddhava, जाना ही पड़ता है. नहीं भगवान मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, कोई गल नहीं, तुसी बैठ, मैं जाऊंगा. He will go. कोई तो जाए. Gacha Uddhava Mayadishta. Where to go? See, out of his kind, Bhagavan only gave Badari Ashramam. Badari Akyam Mama Ashramam. Go to the best of the place of the universe or globe, my own place of about Badri. And that also why Bhagavan gave, because Dhava asked, na Ratisyadana Paini. So Bhagavan in Krishna Rupa may not be there, but that is a permanent abode of Lord Narayana, Badrinath, doing that Nara Narayana Rupa Tapasana. Narayana only expressed as Rishis, Narayan, Narayana, they're all doing. So therefore, you will be always reminded of me as you prayed. Therefore, you are remembering me and you are under my own again protecting shelter, though you are given independence and freedom to do sadhana. And then that Badrinadayana is the tapasthali of so many saints and sages from the time eternity. See, the Sanakadi Muni also were doing their tapasya satsang there only. Naraji also, when he could not find answer for the problem of Bhakti Mata, bhatakte he went there only. And there only he had discussion with his brothers. Then they said, यार भागवत कर तभी जाकर ठीक हो जाएगा. और क्या, फिर मैं यजमान बनता हूँ, आप वक्ता बनाओ. Then they were invited, they gave lecture, Narad. Then in that program, Bhagavan Krishna, Bhakti Mata, everybody came. Krishna Bhagavan himself was dancing and enjoying. Badrinath ki baat hum keh rahe. So, Badari Mamashramam, Badari Akyam Gacha. What is instruction for us is what? If not permanently, at least a week, a month, or a month in 6 months, some such pilgrim place where you can focus your mind in full devotion to the sadhana you can do, we have to learn to go. Then only, भगवान दुनिया कितनी बड़ी है, भगवान का कृपा कितना अपार असीम है, all that will be able to understand. When you are in our own comfortable place of the house, we'll be identified with the upadhis only. तब जाकर पता चलता कितनी भगवान की कृपा अनुग्रह हो रहा है. This I experienced when I went to Charles Dham Yatra so many times all alone. Once though even gone beyond Tapovanam, Gangotri, Gomukham, up to Tapovanam all alone. Every moment we could see Bhagavan and Paramaguru and Gurudev's Kripa in protecting. How they are kind and concerned for us. Same thing even now also every moment. So, by the way, point is what? Badari Akhya Mamasramam. The lesson from that to be learned is that place where continuous spirituality is going on, spiritual vibrations are going on, go to that place. Don't take a chance of going to any place where the worldliness is too much, and don't regret there for you are not able to do sadhana, etc. हो गया सेकंड पॉइंट गच्छोदो मयादिष्टः बदर्याख्यममाश्रमम 2-3 more things about it tomorrow we'll see. Third one, tatra, having gone there, mat pada tirtha ude, the water which has come from my own feet called as Gangaji. You know, when in Vamana Avatara Bhagavan reached his feet to up to Brahmaloka, ब्रह्मलोक तक गया उनका पाँव. देन ब्रह्मदेव saw, अरे बहुत क्यूट है. He just thought, is it my creation? He said, my creation is not so beautiful. Then what is there other than my creation? It is Bhagavan's feet only. Immediately takes Kamandalu Jalam, Om Sastra Jirsha Purusha Abhishekam. That becomes Ganga. भगवान के चरण से आया है गंगा जी, है ना. ब्रह्म कमंडलु, नारायण चरण एंड शिव सिरहा शिरहा. दैट इज हाउ ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर तीनों की कृपा गंगा जी में मात्र ही है. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दैट रिवर मदर गंगा, जस्ट मोर देन एनीथिंग. That is why day before also we chanted Ganga Stotram. In Adhyatma Ramayanam also we are seeing they have crossed the Ganga river, and there are in the Chitrakut Ityadi. Here also Bhagavan says there Ganga. It is one Ganga. When it fell on the head of Shiva Bhagavan, then he did like this after catching her in his matted locks because of her arrogance. कौन रोक सकते मेरा ऐसे. when she came he just put her in his jata. जब उनको सांस नहीं उड़ रहा था, then he did like that. Then it fell in 7 places. Slowly it comes and merges at Devaprayag. From there it is called Ganga, but means Ganga only. Therefore, from Badrinath the Alakananda comes, Kedarnath the Mandakini comes, from Gangotri the Bhagirathi comes. They are all not many rivers. One only from coming from the Swargaloka. On the earth when it came, it got different places as beginning, but they all merge in Devaprayaga. From there Ganga Maya. Enjoy all these trips if you are having good health. 50 साल के अंदर तीर्थ यात्राएं सब खत्म करना. उसके बाद wherever you go, your worry is only about the food and body. You will never enjoy the devotion or pilgrimage. मैं तो कर दिया पूरा. No खुजली to go anywhere. Everything is seen, taken by, how wonderful it is. So that Keshav Prayag, the Vishnu Prayag, then there's that Nanda Prayag, then Karna Prayag, then the Rudra Prayag. These are all rivers different merging in Alakananda. All of that comes up to Rudra Prayag. In Rudra Prayag, the Mandakini coming from Kedarnath and Alakananda from Badrinath meets. Then the Mandakini dissolves. What continues is only Alakananda. Alakananda and Bhagirathi come together at Devaprayag. Then Bhagirathi loses its name, and Alakananda also loses its name. Both of them are called as Ganga from there. And then the next spot is the Haridwar. That is why the importance of Haridwar for Ganga Snan. And then this goes to our great Prayagraj. There the Yamuna Maya coming from Yamunotri merges along with Antarvahini Saraswati. That is why Prayaga Kshetra Divyata. That's how the Yamuna Saraswati ko milakar Ganga becomes complete. Then she goes on moving to merge in the Ganga Sagar. So the Ganga is Bhakti Swarupini, Yamuna is Karma Swarupini, and Saraswati Jnana Swarupini. All of them slowly go and take us to this ocean which is called Brahma Swarupa. It's all Jiva's journey only. Anyway, I'm not going away from track. I'm aware. Bhagavan says, there matpada tirthode. In the waters which has come from my own feet, what you have to do? Snana upasparsanaihi shuchi bhutva. Do the snana, upasparshana ityadi and become shuchi every day. When you are in such a तीर्थ स्थान, तीर्थ अलग है, क्षेत्र अलग है, दोनों मिलकर है तो तीर्थ क्षेत्र. क्षेत्र is where the temple is there. Tirtha is where is nadi is there. Some places have both of them, therefore it is tirtha and kshetra. You know, like the Kanyakumari, all of them, even the Jagannath Mandir, tirtha bhi waha, Ganga Maya or ocean, then also the Bhagavan ka murti. So there take bath every day because in that there's a beautiful divinity and freshness is there. And it is वाकई आपको अनुभव आता है कि whenever you take the स्नानम of course with bhakti in such a punya nadi we can see the purity of the mind felt at that very moment. And with that pure mind sit there for dhyana and japa, it is manifold effective. That's why Puja Gurudev also, in his initial days, whenever he used to finish his Jnana Yajna, he used to take all the devotees who used to come with him to some or the other river, फिर वहाँ अवभृत स्नान करा के ले आते थे. When he became busy and you don't have Ganga rivers in other parts of the world, therefore he reduced it. But otherwise, up to 70, 75, I think so, he was fond of. Gurudev is Vilakshanam. He is not like the Mod Swamis. He loved Himalayas, he traveled there, he went by foot, my trek through Uttarakhand. All beautiful things he has done for serving the Sanatana Dharma. Studying Gurudev itself is a studying Upanishad, by the way. Now, after going there, taking bath, what are the other instructions for you to follow? Bhagavan Krishna will tell us in his next two and a half, three slokas. Tomorrow we will see them. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Krishna Chandra Bhagavan की जय भागवत महापुराण की जय समस्त भागवत आचार्य मंडली की परंपरा की जय आज के आनंद की जय थैंक यू again Baba same request don't leave these beautiful Purana Itihasa classes now tell me who is this way taking one by one shloka and teaching us everybody is in rush and gush of telling us stories and this and that also has its own beauty no doubt but patiently taking all shlokas and studying big text कहाँ मिलते हैं आपको मौका बताओ is it not recognize that importance and make use of it and we will do like that only once the Bhagavat over we'll take Yoga Vasishta 32,000 slokas Mahabharatam will do if not all at least 2 3 big parvams definitely we'll try to do the Sutta Samhita as well as Shiva Puranam along with Bhagavad Gita with Adi Shankaradi Bhashya our job is to take big texts and delve on that and it remains there whoever wants it every day half an hour after this whether you do sadhana or not before this you are not it is your choice but coming to class for 1 hour and listening itself is definitely a sadhana because Maha Shastra we are studying all Guru Parampara we are remembering Paramatma we are remembering we are reminded of our spiritual goal we are given all the protecting shelters assurances guidances we are told Bhagavan कह रहे हमको I am there with you to protect you what more joy than can be than this so make use thank you let us do our Adhyatma Ramayanam God bless Om